Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. A couple of weeks ago over on Instagram, I asked my followers, what makeup brands do you want to see me use more of in my YouTube videos? And one of the brands that was mentioned more often than the others was Hourglass. And when I saw that, I immediately thought, they're right. I don't use a lot of Hourglass products in my videos. And I actually do own a lot of Hourglass products that I really like. I only had to go out and purchase a few things in order to do this video. I would say I had 75% of what I'll be using already in my collection. So I am going to do a voiceover for this because my neighbor is putting in a pool. They've been putting this pool in for like 5 months now. And today, well actually today and yesterday, they were doing some sort of like concrete drilling all day. I was really hoping they'd be finished with the drilling yesterday, but clearly they aren't, and I'm going out of town tomorrow. So I want to get this video done because it's really stressful when you get back from a trip and you have to film something really quickly and edit it really quickly. And I'm really trying to stay on my 2 video per week schedule. So if you hear anything right now, I apologize. I'm gonna get right into this full face of Hourglass makeup. So here we go. Actually, there's one more thing I want to say before I get started. I will be doing more full face videos and I will be sort of rotating between high-end brands and drugstore. The first product I'm using is the Vanish Airbrush Primer. This has been a favorite of mine for a few years now. I think it does an excellent job of blurring my pores, and it also helps to keep the shine away, at least for a little while. Now I'm using the Hourglass foundation stick in the shade Warm Beige. I had originally intended to film this video last week when I had a nice self-tan going, but that didn't happen, so this shade is indeed a bit dark for me, but as usual, I'm going to make it work by blending it down my neck and chest. This foundation offers really good coverage and blends easily. However, I don't love it for my oily skin. It simply doesn't have the longevity that I'm looking for, and I find that I get excessively shiny when I use it, even with primer and powder and setting spray. I do think it would be a nice choice for someone with normal skin who's looking for a fast application and medium to full coverage. Next, I'm using the Hourglass Concealer. I go back and forth on this product. Some days I really like it, and other days I feel like it makes my under eyes look a bit dry. I will say though that the coverage is really nice and the shade selection is excellent. I'm just not sure it's the best choice if you're someone who has really dry or mature under eyes. Now I'm using the concealer to highlight just a few points on my face, like my forehead and chin. And I've also placed a bit on my smile lines to help make them look less prominent. Next is the Hourglass Veil Powder. This is a really nice talc-free loose powder that I think works much better for the face than on the under eyes. I do find it a bit drying for that area, but it is a lovely weightless powder for the face that does have a nice smoothing and blurring effect. Because my skin is very oily, I have packed quite a bit of powder on my face. Some people are really good at making these perfect lines on their faces when they're quote-unquote baking, and I'm definitely a bit messier as I leave it on for just a few seconds before dusting it away with a big fluffy powder brush. For bronzer, I am using the Ambient Light Bronzer in Radiant Bronze Light. This is a sheer bronzer that gives a very natural sun-kissed glow. It's perfect for anyone who has a tendency to go maybe a little heavy-handed with their bronzer, or someone who just wants a slight radiant bronzed glow. Next up is brows, and I've been using the Hourglass Arch Brow Pencil in Platinum Blonde off and on for years. It's so easy to use, the color is perfect for me, and the pigment lasts all day. Now, after filling in my brows with a pencil, I'm setting them with the Arch Brow Fiber Gel to build the color a bit and add volume to my sparse brow hairs. Moving on to the eyes, I'm doing a very simple look. I'm just using a crease brush and applying the Radiant Bronze Light Bronzer to my crease and a little bit above because my eyes are hooded. And now I'm taking this beautiful product called Scattered Light. It is a glitter eyeshadow, and this particular shade is called Smoke. It is a hybrid cream formula that creates really reflective, buildable dimension, so you can get like a delicate shimmer or you can build it for a really intense glimmer. I've gone with the really intense glimmer for this look. Okay, I'm cheating a little bit here because I find that in order to really flatter my eye shape, which is, as I mentioned, hooded, but also downturned, I like to add a little bit of depth to the outer corners of my eyes. So I am just taking a matte brown eyeshadow. You can use any matte brown eyeshadow you own, and I'm just adding that to the outer corners and slightly into the outer portion of my crease because I feel like this gives my eyes a more lifted appearance. For liner, I'm using the Voyeur Waterproof Gel Liner in Cave, which is a matte brown. This is an excellent long wearing eye pencil, and I'm using it to create an elongated wing. And then I'm taking a tiny brush and just smudging it out for a soft, smoky effect. Okay, this is something else that I do in order to make my eyes look more lifted. I take some concealer on a synthetic brush and carve out underneath my brows and a little bit above the arch of my brow. And then also along the bottom part of the wing. All of this will continue to give my eyes that lifted appearance that I desire. I went and applied a little mascara off camera, and here is the completed eye look. Moving on to blush, I'm using the Vanish blush stick in the shade Sacred. This is a weightless, buildable cream to powder formula that you can either apply with a brush or directly from the stick. I've done both here. I started out using a brush and then added more color directly from the stick and blended it out. For highlight, I'm using the Vanish highlighting stick in the shade Champagne Flash. This is one of my new favorite highlighters. It gives a beautiful soft glow that doesn't have any glitter or intense sparkle. So it's a good choice for anyone with perhaps a little bit of texture in that area or more mature skin. I'm also adding a touch of the highlighting stick to my brow bone area and then also to my tear ducts. Okay, moving on to lips. Hourglass did used to make lip pencils, but it seems that they might be reformulating them because I can't find an Hourglass lip pencil anywhere online. So for this look, I just used the NYX lip pencil in the shade Natural and followed that up with the new Hourglass Volumizing Glossy Stick in the shade Mist, which is a beautiful soft pink. This is a 3-in-1 product. It hydrates like a lip balm, it plumps, and it delivers the high shine finish of a gloss. And now I'm just finishing off the look with a misting of the Veil Setting Spray. This is a soft focus setting spray. It sets my makeup, it blurs imperfections, and keeps everything in place for up to 24 hours. And here is the completed look in natural light. As usual, I added some corner lashes, and I think this look is perfect for day or night. I would have to say, with the exception of the foundation stick, which I just don't think is right for my skin type, I absolutely would recommend pretty much everything else that I used for this look. That is it for a full face of Hourglass makeup. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. I do post new content at least twice per week, and you can also find more content from me on Instagram and on TikTok under the same username, Risa Does Makeup.